Hello, 4th graders. Welcome to Lesson 2.4, Estimate Products. Please pause to write the lesson number and title in your notebook. Today's lesson objective is I can estimate products by rounding and determine if they are reasonable. Please pause to write the lesson objective in your notebook. Let's read our problem for today. It says, an elephant can reach as high as 23 feet with its trunk. It uses its trunk to pick up objects that weigh up to 3 times as much as a 165-pound person. About how much weight can an African elephant pick up with its trunk? Let's look at our blue box for what we're going to do first. The first thing says cross out information we will not use. Well, let's cross out this first sentence because this talks about how high it can reach, and that's not what we want to know. We want to know about its weight. Okay, now let's circle the numbers we're going to use. We're going to use the 3 and we're going to use the 165 because both of those talk about the weight. And then it says, how are you going to use these? Well, I am going to estimate because it tells me this word here, about. So I'm going to estimate 3 times 165 because that will tell me about how much weight it can pick up. Well, when I estimate, I want to round to a number that's nice and easy for me to multiply by. So I'm going to leave my 3 and I'm going to round my greater factor. I'm always going to round to the bigger number. So 165 is bigger than 3, and I'm going to round 165 to 200. 200 is a nice, easy number to multiply. Then I can use my basic facts of pulling out the 3 and the 2 hundreds and multiply them together. 3 times 2 is 6, and there are 2 zeros in hundreds, so it's 600. And an elephant can pick up about 600 pounds with its trunk. Let's try this another way. This time we're going to multiply and we're going to find a high estimate and a low estimate, and we will know where our number is because it should be between those two estimates. So first we're going to round down. Rounding down is going to give us a low estimate. Remember, we always want to round the bigger number, so we're still going to round 165. I round 165 down to 100. 3 times 100 is 300. Now I'm going to round up, and this is actually the same answer I did up here. So 165 rounds up to 200, and 3 times 200 we said was 600. So we know that an elephant can pick up somewhere between 300 and 600 pounds with its trunk. Let's look at the answers, the questions below. Is 200 less than or greater than 165? Well, we know that 200 is greater than 165, so let's answer greater than. All right, and number 2. So would the product of 3 times 165 be less than or greater than 600? Well, we got 600 by rounding up to 200, and that's a pretty big round up. So we know that because our answer is going to be between 300 and 600, that it's not going to be any more than 600. So it will be less than. All right, let's try this again, and this time we're going to practice deciding if an answer is reasonable. An answer is reasonable if it's close to the exact amount. Our first problem says Ava's horse eats 86 pounds each week. Ava solved the equation below to find how much food she must need for 4 weeks. So she has 4 weeks times 86 pounds. She says she needs 344 pounds of food. we want to know, is this answer reasonable? One way that we can do it is to estimate. Remember, we want to round our large number, so the 4 stays the same. We're going to round up 86. We're going to round to the nearest 10. So 86 is almost 90. Now we can use our basic fact of 4 times 9 is 36, and add a 0. So, is 344 close to 360? Yes. So, we know that that's a reasonable estimate. Let's try this again, and let's practice having a high estimate and a low estimate, just like we did on the page before. So our 4 is going to stay the same, and we're going to round 86 to 80, because we're rounding down for a low estimate. 4 times 8 is 32, and then add your 0 back on, so it's 320. So 320 is our low estimate. Then 4 times 86, let's round 86 up this time. So 4 times 90. 4 times 9 is 36, and add your 0 is 360. So, since our original answer of 344 is between our two guesses of 320 and 360, we know that our answer is reasonable because it falls in between. It makes sense. You're almost finished. Go back to your teacher's website and complete the exit slip. See you tomorrow.